Welcome back to Review Country. We went travelling far. I can't be arsed doing that bit again. We're back in Review Country. We went to the we
didn't go fucking anywhere. We sat right here. We haven't even paused the camera. We're going straight into film 2.
No, we rode our horses through Review Country. Shadowfax and
Richard Simmons.
We rode them through Review Country. We found this little rinky-dink cinemaplex playing a little movie called The Naked Gun, and we thought, let's go watch it. So we did, and here's our Review Country. Plot synopsis.
You didn't wait. It's Review Country. What would you like, Gavin?
I would like you to give me a plot synopsis, please, Gary.
Here you go, Gavin. Here you go, Gavin.
Why, thank you. What did you think of The Naked Gun? If you're listening to this, that gag
doesn't work. Plot synopsis, it's a very light plot. It's a Naked Gun film. If you need a plot synopsis for the movie, well, go watch any Naked Gun and you'll probably have a pretty good idea. The plot's secondary to what this is, which is a vehicle for gags.
It's a gag fest vehicle.
Thank you for saying what I said, but making it worse. I really appreciate that.
Imagine you're riding your trusty steed through Review Country, but that steed is gags.
Gags and bits.
Gags and bits.
Imagine you're riding that steed through Review Country, and then that steed turns into the horse from Buckaroo. That's review. That's Naked Gun.
Yeah, I'll get that's pretty spot on.
We're going to be rating this film out of Leslie Nielsen's.
Yeah, that's good.
Maybe with one Liam Neeson in there. Yeah. But yeah, Leslie Nielsen. First things first, I want to say this. I've said it to a few people around the joint. I am, and I don't have any verifiable proof for this.
Okay, so it's definitely not true. But
I think 90% true.
Oh, okay.
Liam Neeson was an excellent casting choice because he fits the bill of stoic, older gentleman.
Yes.
I also think they cast him because his name sounds a little bit like Leslie Nielsen.
I mean, yes, I suppose.
And that feels like a really good Naked Gun gag. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Anyway, that's my first major theory for Naked Gun.
I didn't realize we were going to get into the deep theological lore of Naked Gun.
I'm convinced they've done that. Secondly, for me anyway, the trailer that came out, I watched it and went, I bounced off that trailer like a bouncy ball going out the window on the motorway that my dad threw out when I was 15 because I bounced it off his head and he said, if you do that one more time, I'm going to throw it out the window. I didn't believe him. I bounced it off his head one more time and it went out the window at 75 miles an hour.
But your dad was over the speed limit, so...
Oh, he was.
You've just dobbed him in.
But I bounced off that trailer. I thought I think we spoke about it. I was like, this is unnecessary.
Yeah.
I do not like the looks of the trailer. It feels like they're missing the entire point of The Naked Gun.
Don't need another Legacy sequel.
Police Squad, etc., etc. Don't need a Legacy sequel. No bueno. Was not feeling it.
There wasn't any buenos in the movie either.
No, not a single bueno. I went to see the film because I heard some good write-ups. I was still very.
Maybe someone recommended you go see it.
You did. I was still very nervous, and I thought no. And to its credit, and maybe I'm giving them too much credit, but I truly think that whole opening sequence is filmed and shot in a way so that you are going to sit there and go, oh, fuck's sake, they've missed it. They've missed the complete point of this.
Yeah.
The trailer, I was right about the trailer, the whole opening, they're not doing Naked Gun, they've turned this into a spoof. They've turned this into cop movie, like the scary movies, except for police, you know?
Yeah.
It's too serious, it's too fucking clean and slick, and that's a dolly shot, and this just isn't.
It looks like it was primed and ready to just be dumped onto Netflix.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck's sake. Then Liam Neeson comes in as a little girl, takes the mask off, and even that gag didn't quite land. Again, that's in the trailer though, so I was like, yeah, okay, here we go. And I sat back in my cinema chair, ready to roll my eyes and turn off, maybe have a snooze. Then the gag where Liam Neeson grabs one of the robbers and they shoot the fuck out of the robber, and he uses the robber's body and then overarm swings it to the robbers. They all shoot the robber through the air after blasting him to shit. And then once the robber lands, they just blast each other like a little semicircle. That gag onwards, I was like, oh, fuck, wait, no, that's genuinely very funny. And from that point onwards, it is gag after gag after gag after gag after gag after gag. And the gags that don't land, it's okay, because there's 5 more coming at you right fucking now. And I was in, sold, belly laughing the whole movie. It's not a great film, but it's not meant to be a great film.
No.
It's you know what I mean? Like, it's not.
The original.
It's not cinema.
The original Naked Guns weren't designed to be great films, nor are they great films, but they are just so much fun.
And that's all it needs to be.
Yeah, from my perspective, I also had watched the trailer, and then I became the bouncy ball in the back of your car that you were throwing at your dad, and I bounced straight out of the car over the speed limit, I might add, so get him, and bounced my way down the road away from this movie. But then I had a free afternoon, and I was like, what the hell, I'm just going to go watch this. It's only...
Give it a punt.
It's only about 90 minutes, so
it's
in and out
quick,
easy.
lean.
And I, much like you, the opening, I was like, oh, I've seen this in the trailer, I don't know if this is going to work. And then just before the gag that got you was the gag where he takes the guy and he's got him hostage, but then it's clearly just a dummy that he's just dragging along, and I was like, oh, that's quite funny. And then from then on, it just hit. And every joke, not every joke landed, but there are so many that if one didn't hit, 2 right after did, and then another 3 later on would. And there's some gags in this, for example, when he first sees Pamela Anderson, and he's like, she's got a behind that would make a toilet yearn for the brand stuff. Just that wording. Because you're not necessarily listening to it, but then your brain catches it and goes, wait, what the fuck? That's great. And the film also delivers not just great, like, written jokes, but great physical gags.
Yes.
And it's that great mixture of both of those. And some of the things they also say, when he's like, oh, this is from Bill Cosby's winery, and she spits it back in. Or Pamela Anderson starts doing like skippity bop bop, skip dip,
the jazz sequence is hilarious.
So good.
There's so many good gags, and
or the guys lining up for him to just punch them.
Like this, we genuinely could
rattle off so many.
Pick it apart and talk about it. There's
a parcel.
The things I want to talk about more than anything for the Naked Gun is the jokes that it does really well, because the diamond minutes, the gag a second, gag a minute gags are fantastic. But what I really, really enjoy are the setup gags.
Yes.
So what I mean by that, and I don't know if you can remember any other ones, this isn't a slight to the film, but I'm going to very quickly talk about the one thing that I dislike about comedies in general, especially good comedies. I sat through the film, I genuinely belly laughed throughout the majority of it, and then I walked out and I was like, man, what a good film. I want to tell everyone I enjoyed that. What can I tell them is good about that film? And because I was just laughing, I don't know why, but and this happened the first time I watched Anchorman, it happened the first time I watched Step Brothers. Because I was laughed the whole film, it just, everything leaves my brain.
Yeah.
Like, it's almost impossible to talk about how...
It moves so fast that you kind of forget the one that came.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah. And that's not even necessarily a criticism. Like, it's a really good thing for a comedy film. But it does make it very hard to explain to someone, like...
Why they should go see it.
Why you should go see it. Other than, like, just trust me, go see it. It's very funny. You know what I mean? But the long-term gags that it does...
the coffee cups.
The coffee cup was non-stop funny. Every single time. That and them throwing them at the ground. Hilarious. Yeah. The scar on the villain's face, which from the very first scene, I was like, they're going to do something with the scar.
Yeah. Like there's going to be like a backstory maybe of like Liam Neeson gave him the scar or something like that.
Some stupid thing. And then just eventually, right near the end of the film, he just picks it off, replaces it, moves it on his face and slams it back down. Amazing. And then, potentially my favorite gag of the whole movie, they make the villain out to be just a rich dickhead.
Yeah.
And when him and Liam Neeson finally go for their big
showdown,
their big fight, and Liam Neeson just gut punches him once.
and he's like, do you want to keep fighting? It's like, God, no, why would I keep doing this?
That's so good. Like, you think he's serious? You think he's going to be... he's the villain of the film.
It's going to be some big fight.
Plays it so well. And he's just like leaning against the wall. Oh, that was so sore. And Liam Neeson's like, are you okay? And he's like, no.
Do you know what's the best
Punch
thing
me in the tummy.
There are like 6 ways they could have gone that. Like they could have replaced him with what clearly is a stunt double.
Yep.
Or they could have had him get like a mech suit. Or they could have done anything.
They really could have gone
But just to be like one gut punch. And he's like, nah, I'm out. It's just, it works so well. And that's the best thing about this movie. is it understood exactly what it needed to be. It wasn't trying to be something more or something smarter. These movies have always been dumb. It knows it needs to be dumb, and you can't criticize it or take it seriously because it's not taking itself seriously and it's being critical of itself. The OJ joke is a clear example of that.
OJ joke's great.
To just be like, break the fourth wall. We all know OJ was in these movies. Ugh. Like, that's the best part about this movie. And
it really is. And the other good thing, and it pays off and it shows in the film, is it's clearly been made with. I was worried this was just going to be a cash grab IP, make a film and then be done with it.
Space Jam Legacy.
But it's clearly been made by people who actually care about who actually care about the legacy. There are gags in it for longtime lovers of Police Squad. There are the Weird Al Yankovic cameo because he's been in all three of the films. Mm-hmm. There are just enough things in there for you to be like, oh, this is clearly been made with the love and the care and attention of people that actually like the entire thing, not just SNL writers who are like, oh, you write for SNL. Do you want to come write gags for Naked Gun? There might be some SNL writers on that cast. I don't know. But my point being that it's not the fact that SNL writers, it's the fact that they were SNL writers, but also have a love of the series. Yep. And it just shines. It's so good. It's very funny.
Also, to add on to that, they clearly knew what the audience of this movie was going to be.
Yeah, 100%.
They don't at any point try to like, let's try and get the younger audience in the door. They don't give a fuck. They're going to do jokes. Like, they make references to
like the OJ and the Bill Cosby jokes, prime examples. Like, who's going to be watching that? Any kids being like, I don't get why is he looking at the camera? But also
like the Janet Jackson Super Bowl one. But he's like, that was so long ago. He's like, not for me. And I'm like, anyone under the age of us is not going to know who the Janet,
zero fucking
the whole Janet
reference.
Jackson. Yep. Yeah. And then like the Bill Cosby stuff. And then
even the fact it's Pamela Anderson.
Yeah, like who is
they could have easily
incredible in the movie.
She's fantastic. They could have easily got someone in very young and done that as the guy. You know what I mean? Like an Anna de Armas character.
Yeah, exactly.
But they were like, nah, fucking get Pamela Anderson.
She knows what the tone of the movie is. She knows what she's there for. So does Liam Neeson. Yeah. Everyone knows their part and they do it well. How many? Oh,
Leslie Nielsen's are you giving
like after
this film?
I'm gonna go for 7 Leslie Nielsens out of 10.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. I'm gonna go for 7 Leslie Nielsens out of 10 as well. However,
copycat.
I'm gonna also postface. I think 7 out of 10 for a Naked Gun movie is kind of a 10 out of 10, like on the level of a Naked. Like a Naked Gun is never going to be 10 out of 10 if you put it up against A Ghost Story or Roma for Gav.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? Like you can't in good faith be like, here are 2 of my all-time favorite 10 out of 10 movies. Roma, Naked Gun. They're not. However, putting this one at 7 out of 10 when that's pretty much the cap.
Yeah. I mean, here's what I will say.
Is incredible. It's incredible good is what I'm trying to say.
What I will say is, if you're to rank all 4 Naked Guns, this one would come second for me.
Yeah, it's very good. It's got the modern day sensibilities of modern comedy while maintaining the stupidness and goofiness of what made the Naked Gun.
Especially the first one, which was just gag fest.
Yeah.
Like later on, especially the third one, it became more like, hey, look at the celebrity cameo we've got.
Yeah.
Whereas this one is very much like, sure, celebrity, like Dave Bautista's going to pop up. Great moment when he pops up. But outside of that, we're just here to do gags and we're not going to waste your time. And I'm like, great. That's why I love it.
Now that we're talking about it, the other gag that really, really got me, there was a few that, it's nice when you watch these films, especially
the snowman gag. The snowman
gag was very funny.
That's my favorite one.
That one went on so long as well. Every time I thought it was going to be done, it just kept going. But I'm personally, I'm a huge lover of just those blink and you'll miss them gags. When they're in that room looking at the party and he walks off screen left or right, and then just walks back in on screen the other side, and he's like, "How do I get out of here?" And the villain's like, "It's that door there," and he's like, "Thanks." And that's it. That's the whole gag, that he's just somehow wrapped around the screen. It's incredible.
The best thing about this movie will be that it's rewatchable, because there's going to be so many gags that you missed, or little like things they just said in the background. Just like the chili dog whole thing, when he's just like, and then they're watching the video and he's just like, "My dad never loved me," and then they're like, "No, don't eat another chili dog."
The second one.
or like, "You killed my brother." And he's just like, "I've shot hundreds of people." It's like, "It was in the back." It's like, "Oh, maybe 10." He was white. "Oh, you're Tommy Robinson's brother."
Go watch Naked Gun. It's a good film. That's Review Country.
What did you think of the movie? Tell us in the comments.
Would like fan art. I want you to draw me as Frank Drebin Jr.
It's like a cowboy.
Jr. Dressed like a cowboy.
We're going to ride off into the sunset now onto our next movie. We don't know what that'll be, but see you in the next one. Yeah!
All right, I'm fucking roasting.